Justin, can you give us any team news for this week to start off?
Well, obviously Johnny Lomax will be right. He only missed a game through illness last week, so and Louis will play McCarthy Scarsbrook, so I think everyone else is the same.
How's Theophage?
Yeah, he's still he won't play this week. Yeah, so he's still recovering from his injury, so he won't be out for much longer, which is good for us. So, but he won't play this week.
So does Danny Richardson get another game then?
Yep.
How do you think he went last week?
Yeah, I thought he went good. You know, tough conditions over there last week, and obviously, if anyone watched how boggy the pitch was, it was hard to sort of come up with much. And you know, we obviously fell just short, but there was no fault of Danny's, that's for sure. So no, he's fine. He's a good young player, and he'll play again this week.
Charlie and Lynham are scoring quite a few tries between them. How do you counteract that?
Yeah. Yeah, they're obviously doing a great job at both ends of the field. You know, they're getting out of their own end really well. They're strong ball carriers and earn themselves a lot of penalties. And then on the end, there's some dangerous attacking play. So yeah, I mean we've got to stop a lot more before it gets to those boys when we're defending our goal line. So we've got a big job to do on obviously Clark here, and obviously we know the season Blake Austin's having. Pretty special player, and he's been outstanding for them every week. So we're going to do a really good job before it gets out of their wingers defensively.
James, first defeat of the season. What effect has that had on the squad this week?
Not too much, I'd like to think. Obviously went there wanted to win the game. Obviously it was a very tough game, but I think afterwards you couldn't really fault our effort. We kind of hung in there a lot of the game, probably a few little decisions even there, and we struggled to play free flowing rugby, if you like, with the conditions. But at the end of the day, there was a few areas we could have improved in, and we'd like to think that if we'd have done that, we could have gone on to win the game. But it was a very tight game. It wasn't like we got kind of hammered. So generally, they're disappointed with the result, but everyone kind of looking forward to this week. There's no better way than to have such a big game.
Does that defeat, Steve, make them a bit more dangerous this week?
Yeah, I think it does. Yeah, certainly. They're a quality football team in St.Helens, and we know what they're going to bring on Friday night. It's 1v2. It's going to be a great game. So if you haven't got your ticket, get out there and totally wicked, because two quality teams going hard at it, and hopefully both teams can put on a good spectacle of rugby.
Justin, Warrington have been winding Saints fans up on Twitter with reminders of your last game. Do you like that sort of thing?
I think it's good for the game, as Pricey just spoke about. I think it's there's not too many games in the year where first place second, so I think we've got to try and promote as much as we can. And I think one thing's for sure, both sets of fans are very passionate about their respective clubs, and that's what we want in the game. For myself, I don't get involved in that type of banter. I might with Pricey later, but I think it's just a game that everyone, all the neutrals have got to look forward to in our season. We've had 9 rounds now. It's still early, but for first to play second, I think it's awesome. And they got the win when it counted most last year. So I'm not sure. It's obviously a new season, and we've both got different sides. So, but it plays a big part. And we had a close battle earlier in the year against them when we sort of won after the bell, and we've had a couple of close games at their home ground. So I don't think the home ground factor is going to play a part in this Friday's game at all, to be honest. And so, but if it does, that'd be great.
Daryl, it is still early in the season, but do you think this could be a pivotal game come the end of the year?
Well, obviously it's important, but nothing's won. It's only early on the season. There's plenty more games to come after this, and we'll meet each other again. So it's not everything on the line, but obviously it's be important for us to get an early lead at the top of the table. Yeah.
What's your team news, Steve?
Yeah, we're pretty healthy at the moment. We've got Jack Hughes, come back, rested Jack last week. Mike Cooper got rested, so look, took a couple of guys off early when the game was, you know, comfortable last week against London. So yeah, we've got a lot of boys fresh, and yeah, Mike, Jack Hughes have come back in. Other than that, we're really as per.
You're going to rest Blake Austin
Blake?
this week then? You rested a few last week, you know,
Settle down, buddy. Settle down, pal.
Paul, what are your memories of playing against St.Helens for Warrington?
Early in my career, bad. Played in 2001, and we wiped the floor with them 56-22. Paul Newell got sent off, and then we did 10 years where we didn't beat them at all. We had some very close encounters. So yeah, when we finally got that monkey off our backs, we got some significant wins. You know, the 2012 one here to reach the first grand final was a special memory, and but it was great for our fans, you know, to be able to give the Saints fans some stick. But always very tough. Talking to Scully about it earlier. Even though, you know, we didn't get that victory in that 10-year period, some of the contests that we had were so brutal. And for me, they had the best Super League team that's ever been in 2006. You know, they won everything going, and that team, you know, be tough to rival today. So, but yeah, it's all good. I love the Saints derbies.
Scully, you've had your head in both camps. Your thoughts from a Warrington point of view and a St.Helens point of view, having played against them and followed them?
Yeah, obviously, you know, certainly interview before. I think over the last 10-15 years, that the game has just grown so much. You know, between Warrington and Saints, it's a genuine, you know, top of the table clash. You know, we always talk about Saints Wigan derby, but Saints Warrington is right up there with that now. And I think it's because it's two clubs that are demanding success. I think it's two clubs that are genuine rivals for silverware. And you look at the investments in both clubs, you know, some big names as well that have come in over the past few years. And I'm very, very envious that I'll be stood in the crowd on Friday and not playing.
I'll put him in the 19. He asked about the team news, we've got a late inclusion.
And with the golden point, obviously, somebody's going to be happy, somebody's going to be disappointed, because we don't have draws now, do we?
Yeah, I think it's games like this that, you know, why that rule was brought in. I think if we went away with a draw on Friday, because I think there's a genuine chance that it could be that close, that you're going to see a result rather than walk away with a draw. You know, somebody's going to win, somebody's going to lose, and I think that's, for entertainment value, that's what people want to see. Don't know about these blokes, but
Daryl, James makes no secret of the fact that he always tries to outdo his opposite number. How do you approach games with the other hookers?
Yeah, obviously, you know, when you're playing against, you know, because you're always compared, and people look at it that way. But yeah, for me, I just, you know, concentrate on what I'm doing, and, you know, try and play my best and 100%. And if I do that, I feel like more times than not, you know, I generally come out on top.
Can I ask Justin and Steve for a view on this? We're here today in this setting and both of you come from the other side of the world, as we know, and you know the history of the game around these parts. And the fixture for St.Helens historically has been against the great rivals Wigan down the road. I kind of feel that Wigan have elbowed their way in here at the minute in recent seasons, and if you agree with me, because of the display and the way that the club plays its rugby, that's why we're here today with a dual press conference. Do you welcome that fact, Justin, that Warrington have done that and brought themselves into the picture like they have? And Steve, that you're proud of the fact that you've done that as well?
You can kick it off, Tit.
Yeah, I think, yeah, well, obviously, as Scully said, like from what Warrington have done, you know, just to us last year and now finished, and the other cracking games that we had during the year, as I mentioned, our last home game here, we sort of went after the bell. So I think, you know, the fact that we are sitting first and second, and we have had some close games, and after 9 rounds, as we know it's a long season, but after 9 rounds we have sort of, you know, got a slight gap. I think it all adds to the great build-up that it should do, and you know, it's great that it's rolled around. You know, we're obviously looking forward to it, and I definitely know, you know, Warrington will, but you know, they've been playing well for a number of weeks, and they'd be sort of waiting to get a crack at us. So I think it's, and as I said, for all the neutral fans in rugby league should be, you know, looking forward to this game on Friday night.
Yeah, virtually, very, very similar to what, Justin had said. We feel like we're a much better football team than what we were last year. We had some really good battles last year, and we feel with the new players we've brought in, and we're at currently we feel that we're a much improved team. So we respect St. Helens as a football club, and we'll go out there on Friday and we'll have a red hot crack like we have been over the last couple of weeks. And it's been some really good rivalry, over the last couple of games, and I'm sure that will continue for years to come.
What's as a spectator, what are you expecting from these 34 athletes on Friday?
Tough, competitive match. It's for me, my opinion, you've got two of the best nads in the competition going head to head. Thompson versus Cooper. There's matchups I could go on, all over the park. So very, very tough. It's going to be, very physical down the middle. But yeah, it should be a good spectacle. Both teams like to play rugby, throw the ball around. Some very exciting plays, speed out wide. So yeah, it's going to be a great game. Two of the top teams in the competition there. So yeah, looking forward to it.